Oi, can you invite me, please?
I did.
Yeah, invite me again. Phenomenal start to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I not joining? Why am I not? What is going on? This is a phenomenal start. 1 second. What is going on? Joinable friends. Here we go, DriFt. Hello to you in the chat, Chuckins12. Yeah, this couldn't have started any other way, could it, lads? Yeah, so welcome everyone to the first ever episode of the DriFt Esports podcast. This is a phenomenal start to things. You know, it would never be a DriFt Lewis stream without technical difficulties. Yeah, restart the world, restart the world. I'll put it.
Yeah, I'm just restarting the world. See, that's the best podcast on Spotify. Alright, also just include my audio in that.
Alright, if I can put... I think I need premium though, okay. Best podcast to be on Spotify, yep.
We'll give them till like 5 past to get back in, so.
Yeah. Right, can you... Beyond fuming now, I've been kicked from the crowd. Yeah, Mike, because I have had issues where I can't... Like, I was not able to join the world, so we had to restart it, because... I've just pressed your invite and it's not doing anything. What is going on? What is going on here? Seriously, come off it. Yeah, good evening to everyone. We have 5 people in the chat at the moment. Minecraft, interesting. Yeah, what is going on? Livid now. Yep, this is going extremely well.
Yeah, I have a present. Okay.
Well, you're both in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
This is just awful start.
I'm in survival. Oh, Alfie's in. Alfie's in. What's that stupid skin?
How is everyone else getting in, yet I'm somehow not? Where is the fairness in this? I'm the one streaming this. Why? BT Wi-Fi. BT Wi-Fi is GOAT of Wi-Fi.
Alright, Tom, come back.
Which is why I use it. Have we? We got 7 people? Oh, sick. How long is this going to be? It's going to be 1 hour. It's going to be until 5, maybe 5:10. Max 5:10.
So, what do I do?
Why is it struggling so much to join a world? Approximately, yeah. We don't want to go too long because obviously it's 5:30. I'm starting another stream. What is this? Yeah, that's what I tried. Let me try again. My podcast lasts in 2 hours, yeah. How long is your one going for, Landon? Oh, this is so gay.
Tom, come back.
What is this? Let me restart Minecraft. Looks.
Can I hit him off? It's a sign says stay on.
Sorry, this needs to be reinstalled. One sec. Sorry for all technical difficulties.
He's on the stage. It says stay off.
This is so just.
Get off.
I've never wanted to stab myself up the anus
Slap him with a cookie.
so much.
Stop it.
Need to reset your Xbox. I'm not resetting it, mate. Hopefully I should be able to. Depends how much news there is to talk about. Oh yeah. If it crashes again, then yeah, we'll restart. And
No. Stay off. Alright, come behind here. I got a trap door for some reason.
this wouldn't be
Trap door?
a driftless
Trap door.
or
Yeah. I took. I got some cookies.
your friends are not playing Minecraft
Alfie's in the
somehow.
stream.
Alright, here we go. Joinable worlds.
Get away. No.
Hello, Alfie. Welcome. Sorry for all the difficulties we're experiencing.
Not yet. Just wait for the scan. Okay.
Locating server.
Yeah, you should be in now. Yeah, you should be in now.
It's still so laggy.
Oh, there it is.
Am I?
Yeah.
Wait, you're streaming later? I thought you said that you were doing your thing at 12 your time, and obviously you're in California. So I looked at California times and it was 8. Alright.
Start this.
Finally, 7 minutes in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DriFt Esports official podcast. We definitely haven't just spent 7 minutes of our lives having the game crash. But introducing our guests for today and for every week, I don't know. Firstly, we have ZTechDS.
Hi.
Secondly, we have the man behind DriFt, the man who created this brand. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, DriFt Langers.
Good evening, everybody.
And then let me send in the... Is everyone back in the world?
Yeah.
Okay, and
Got
please
Michael.
welcome the podcast host, DriFt Lewis. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone?
Alright, topic
Jack,
one.
how are you?
Topic 1.
Jack, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, you? How's everyone?
Yeah, glad you're here.
Tom, how are you?
ZTechDS, how are you?
Very good. I'll piss off, Mike.
Boo! Oh, shut up, Mike.
Oh,
Yeah,
let me
so
slap
as you
you
can
with my
see, we
beak.
have... As you can see, we have a... As you can see, lads, we have a capacity crowd of 2 people. But we do have some people in the chat as well. There are many different topics. If anyone here wants to put things in the chat for us to answer, feel free.
Yep.
But let's get into our first topic, Jack. What is it?
It is the European Super League that has been made by the Real Madrid CEO man, whatever it's called. President, bloke. Yeah.
Yep.
Tom, take a seat. Okay. And you have to stay in
They
this seat.
won't
I've
hear
got my ass.
Okay. Continue.
Who let this blood be on the stage? Okay, let's...
Continue.
So obviously the British clubs pulled out of it, which is probably say English football.
Yeah, it was BS how they tried to get this to happen. It wasn't about football. It was just all greed with
Money and stuff.
the clubs.
The clubs that joined it, they didn't want an actual good game. They just wanted the money.
Yeah.
No. And they think now that they can come back into, like, if this had gone ahead, there would have been 5 tournaments that could have been jeopardised because of this, if you think of it. Because I'm not sure if people have heard this. If the Super League happens, the Super League would have had the right to make sure that none of the players in it could play in the World Cup.
Yeah. I swear it's the Euros that's
So
happening this year.
Yeah, it's the Euros this year as well. And there's been so much stuff that's been
Chuckins12 says in the
jeopardised
chat, this is how people thought with the Premier League in '92.
Yeah, but that was just a full English league. That wasn't really like a league for
Yeah.
Just teams around the world. It's just bullshit, really.
But I see like why they wanted to do it, because most of it is about the money, but some of it is just like mixing two like multiple countries together and seeing like the best clubs in Europe battle it out.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting concept, but the issue is we have the Champions League for it. We don't need a full-blown league. Like, if they wanted to make this because what I heard is that the Americans were trying to make this like a Super Bowl kind of thing for football. They didn't need to create a whole nother league for it. They could have just made the Champions League feel a whole lot bigger.
Yeah.
It's not. There was no point in having a whole new league created when literally all the teams that go into it are given 300 million. Mike, what are you doing?
Why humping?
Given 300 million. They're given 300 million for literally just entering.
Go back
And now they think they can come back and.
Everyone's back to my
And now they think they can come back and just have it continue and get away with it. It's just not right.
Yeah. Chuckins12 also says Americans don't need to get involved with British football.
No, they should stay as far away from that as possible.
Yeah, but the thing that I would have liked to see about the Super League, if it did happen, it would have brought like more teams up from like the Championship and seeing what they can do, how they can prove themselves in the Premier League, and like what team they're being brought up to, like what league they're being brought up to.
It's just, for me, one thing is that even though it seems to be cancelled now, I still think there should be major punishments for the 6 English teams, you know, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man United, Man City. They should all be given major penalties for this, because it's not right. They're $300 million. They're £300 million richer, and you know the league has never been competitive because it's based on
money.
The big 6, and I've said this so many times. You can't call it a big 6 when West Ham are above half.
We've got an escapee.
Hyped, yes, please remain in your seat.
He's just bolted.
He's pissed off.
He's in the house.
Just
remember, anything can happen on a podcast, on live TV.
Oh god, Tom's gone over.
Oh no.
Here's the thing, this could be going on Spotify.
Listen,
I feel so bad for all the viewers.
Ow, I'm on fire.
Oh, Tom's on fire. What a fire show this has been so far.
Ow, don't you.
Alright, we're gonna have to pause it
down.
if these people just going to keep messing around.
Yeah, everyone please do remain seatings.
Seatings.
So, Jack, let's say there was, I'll come to you first. Let's say there was a fine or some kind of repercussion for these teams that joined it. What would you think is acceptable?
Well, depending on the club budget, I'd say like half of what they've earned through the season. Like depending on merchandise sales. Don't know what else really. Club sponsors.
Because to me this could be harsh, but I've seen a lot of people have been saying maybe, you know, drop them down to League 2. That doesn't need to happen because, you know, the league didn't happen, so they don't need to be dropped down. I would say a 15-point deduction at the start of next season, and all the money that they've earned from the Super League, all the money that they were going to be given for being in the Super League, being fined that. So like a £300 million fine.
Yeah.
Because it could have dragged football down to
bare
the
bones.
depths of hell. And what they don't understand is football isn't about money. Like,
having like good
football
game.
is about the love. Yeah, football is about the love of the sport. It's not like you hear so many players that when they retire, they say they would have played football even if they didn't get paid for it.
Yeah.
So why would they
then make an expensive league, which then you don't want to have a good game, you just want the money.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your opinion on all of this?
All of the people that made this, they can go suck their mum. That's what I think.
Harsh words. Harsh words. DriFt, your thoughts?
I just think it's stupid from the Real Madrid CEO and all the CEOs that agree to it. Like, honestly, I think they should be ashamed of themselves and should be probably sacked away and then banned from football in general, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
Well, that could be a punishment that happens, then being banned from the Champions League and the Europa League for a few years. But to be honest, though, like, let's go to some of the teams in this. How can you have a Super League with a team that hasn't won a trophy in all 3 of our lifetimes?
No,
You can't.
it doesn't make sense because I was watching this video about it and it said like, so like 5 teams will compete against each other, and even if you come first, you can a 5th can win it. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, you could still win
Like,
it, and then 5th place could win it. It's just
yeah. Chucking's 12.
12, may I give a question? Absolutely.
What is your question?
But there's things that I think most people are getting most annoyed about it is obviously the ridiculous amount of money they get just for
What
entering
Harry
it.
Potter?
Then-
No, Chucking's 12. Keep this chat appropriate, please.
What Harry Potter character is the most, that word, but not Hermione answer.
Wait, what's he say?
Ron Weasley. Ron Weasley.
Wait, what was the question?
I'd say Ron Weasley. What Harry Potter character is the hottest one, except for Hermione?
Just keep
I'd say
that.
Ron Weasley.
Just keep that out of the chat, please, Matt. Like, proper
Dumbledore.
serious questions about the
So you'd...
podcast.
I didn't say I would. I just said he's the most attractive one out of the 3. For the sole reason
No.
that Harry has a scar on his head.
Me.
But going back to it, it's the thing that makes me think most people are getting angry by this is that the fact that they get given a ridiculous amount of money for not even playing a game yet,
Yeah.
and the fact that no one can even get relegated from it.
Yeah.
It's
What?
ridiculous.
So it's a Super League like the
like,
highest league you
5
can possibly
people.
get.
Yeah, like 5 people can go in for I think it's like a few teams go in every year, but they just can't be relegated from it. So it would just pile on to being like 70, 80 teams in it.
Mm.
Right, should we open it up to the chat then?
Yeah. If you have any appropriate questions, everyone in the chat, please do put them. And then in 2 minutes we will be
Say
moving
like,
on to the F1 predictions.
You can do like a question to a certain person.
Yeah, that's allowed. I'd say what we do, Jack, is we talk a bit about Portimao and stuff, but then we do, like, that can be the topic for next week, like our predictions, how we think the race is going to go.
Chuckins 12 says Brexit in or out.
I voted leave.
I
No, I'm
voted
joking, I
stay.
didn't vote leave. I would say leave. Please remain seated, Tom.
Ow.
Tom, you're going back in the crowd.
Wow, any more questions? Jack, why are you so much better at F1 than Lewis? This question has been on the minds of many for months. Oh, piss off. Piss off.
Well, Hypes, yes. The answer for that is Lewis is an absolute twat and doesn't know how to drive and hates Max Verstappen. So,
I don't hate Max Verstappen.
you do.
I just think that he's over... I don't.
Kind of obvious.
Here we go again.
Go back in your
No,
seat.
I don't hate
Right, come here.
Verstappen. You go
Maybe
back in
come here.
yours, Jack.
Okay.
Everyone back in the seat. The true Boris
Tried
Johnson
to,
Tim
but I'm
opinion,
getting
guys.
spanked by this pedo.
He still looks like he's just woken up. My favourite question for all hosts: favourite F1 driver. Right, I'll start. Lewis Hamilton.
Tom.
Benson Button.
Max Verstappen.
Wow, what a surprise!
Right, if we're going all time, I'd say Nicky Lauda. If we're going all time, Nicky Lauda.
Yeah.
Question for Lewis: are you get? I'm not.
You sure?
But speaking of F1, let's talk about the first 2 races. So let's start on Bahrain. Jack, what did you think of the Bahrain Grand Prix?
Very decent race. Like, full of action. Didn't disappoint. It's just towards the end of the race. We had that controversial moment between Verstappen and Hamilton,
Yep.
which
No,
can be
I
seen
agree.
in 2 opinions. Verstappen losing the back end and going wide, and Hamilton being right, saying he should give him the place back.
Well, to me, good luck to DriFt in the World Grand Prix League event as he represents Drift at 8 PM UK time on Twitch. Absolutely.
Thank you, Mike.
We hope he comes home with a solid result. But to me, like, the thing, I've explained this to a lot of people. If anyone is here that doesn't understand why Verstappen had to give the place back and Hamilton wasn't given a penalty for his track extending, let me clear this up. So the rules did state that they would not be monitoring track limits when it came to setting laps. And Hamilton was... And they said they would only give a penalty if he was gaining a lasting advantage. Verstappen was catching Hamilton, so it wasn't really gaining a lasting advantage. But I just find it ironic how... We've seen this from Verstappen so many times. It's ironic how he is wheel-to-wheel with Hamilton, going into the corner. He goes off the track, comes back on, and he's 4 tenths ahead. And then the way he tries to go after, saying, oh, just let me gain the 5 seconds. Well, no, because it's giving the advantage to you after he's tried to cheat. I do believe that Trump is an orangutan. Agree or disagree? I know Lewis will disagree because Trump is his boyfriend. Shut up.
Isn't wrong, no.
Shut up. Trump is the first carrot president of the United States, and he's
an
Tory.
orange.
He's a Tory.
He's Donald Duck.
So, Tom, what did you think of the controversial incident between Hamilton and Verstappen?
Well, I don't watch the race, but I've watched the incident.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure whose fault it is. I just think it's a racing incident. It's just something happened. Because I feel like if I make an opinion on a driver, it's just gonna be like, oh, well, you're going to their side, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say it's a racing incident.
Yep. Jack?
Well, in my opinion, I could see it either way. Verstappen, obviously, it's not visible from the broadcast cameras, but when you're on board with him, you can see him have a snap of oversteer as he goes into the corner. Hamilton did have some understeer. You have to, you can't deny, which led to Verstappen. If Verstappen hadn't have gone off the track yet, he would have been. There would have been a crash.
Yeah. Well, I get obviously he did have oversteer, but you've got to think that is his fault for the way he controlled the car.
Yeah.
He has controlled it that way, and he's made that mistake. But this
you can't blame anyone else but himself.
I always get told, oh, I hate Max Verstappen. I don't hate him. I think he's a really talented driver with a really massive ego that thinks he is the best when he clearly isn't. It's just that we've seen this so many times from him where he's blatantly tried to cheat, he's got penalised for it, and then thinks he's the victim. Because that's what he does. He plays the victim like he is one when he's not. He's the one that's... He thinks that he's right at everything he does when realistically he's not. This is now the second time in 3 seasons where he's had to win a race by punting someone off the track, and it just makes no sense to me. Please state what are the best crisps. Walker's Max Strong hot chicken wings. What are the best crisps then, DriFt?
In my opinion, it has to be Pringles, salt, and what's it called?
Salt and Vim.
Yeah, that.
ZTX, favourite crisps?
Prawn cocktail.
Prawn cocktail, fair enough. I'd go Thai sweet chili. Or maybe the roast chicken.
Okay, everyone, I shall be back.
Nobody said McCoy's you're fucking filthy.
I'll be back in a sec.
Mike. Okay, no worries. Yeah, okay. Right, we'll just talk about random stuff here for a while. Okay, lovely. So, yeah, the thing is with Max is that he does this so many times, how he will swerve in front of people, they'll break their wing, and he will complain once he gets penalised for it, when it's clearly that he should. What is the most recent dream that you can remember? I'll go first. I had a dream where I was in a coma for a year. That's pleasant. Tom?
I had a dream that I was in a car crash.
You had a dream that you was in a car crash.
Yes, and
That's nice.
then I got arrested, and then I was the victim that killed my kids.
Oh. Whoa.
So a very bad person.
Oh, okay. Mine was a lot more sort of nice towards you two. Mine was literally just me on a beach, and that was it. Let's move on. So F1 2021 was announced. Tom, what do you think of it? With obviously a few new features. Obviously, we've just seen the trailer.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It looked pretty good. I mean, the liveries are gonna look good. We're gonna get new tracks. There's gonna be can play with your friends on a career mode. So yeah, I got high hopes for it.
Yeah, obviously we see Devin Butler return. We'll see most likely some changes to my team. You'll see, obviously there's that new breaking point mode. You know, there's a mode where you can jump into the F1 season and carry on from there. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be the best F1 game since probably 2012, which is one of the best ever. What do you think of the 2022 trailer or 2021 trailer?
To be honest, at first I didn't understand it, but now I've just heard the rumours about it. I begin to get a clear picture in my head about it, so got high hopes for it.
Yeah. I think July 16 release. You know, that's
Reasonable.
a bit later from. Yeah, it's. I'd think the earliest they can get the game out. I'd expect that would be with probably about around 8 or 9. I would expect, because they do normally release it on a race weekend. Favorite cereal, asks Alfie. DriFt's favorite cereal?
I don't really eat cereal, but if I had to choose, it'd probably be cornflakes.
Fair enough. ZTX favorite cereal?
Freddy's.
Freddy's. Oh,
Did you know they do Oreo ones?
Yeah, I've had them.
Yeah, I did. I tried them. They were really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal stuff. Favorite family friendly
Family-friendly.
Roblox swear. Favorite family friendly Roblox swear.
Cunt.
What? Twat.
I don't play
ZTech?
Roblox, so I don't really care.
Alright.
That's a knobhead.
DriFt.
Yo.
If there were 3 things you could have in the F1 2021 game, what would it be?
Proper like sponsors with like you have the logos of sponsors on the cars, so you can put them on your car. In my team, like Honda, Mercedes, Renault, Ferrari, and Mazepin Spin Central.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah. ZTX, 3 things you'd like in the F1 game?
Like better, like realistic crash physics. Like real life sponsors on like your My Team car, if they can, and you can change your steering wheel.
Yeah. I think the
Fancy stop sacking.
Yeah, the small differences to the game would obviously mean a lot. Obviously, changing your steering wheel, that would be a really good feature. I think being able to customize how your front wing looks as well, that would be really, really good.
Yeah.
Best video game console, if you don't say PSP, you're being put on trial for treason. Xbox 360, mate. Treason, here I come. I'd say that obviously you both said having the actual logos in the game. Obviously there will be an issue with having to pay for them, but then again it is bought by EA Sports, and EA Sports are literally made of money, so I think it's obviously going to be tough to have the kind of sponsors and actual logos in the game, but the ones that to do with F1, that should be able to get in fairly easy.
Joe Troy says favourite sandwich filling.
Chicken.
Tuna. Alright, chat, so now we will be moving on to... What are we moving on to, Lewis?
I don't know. So if I had to say 3 things that I'd love I'd like in the F1 games. It's probably
It's
being
shut
able
your
to,
mouth.
in my team being able to create your own custom engine.
Yeah,
Everyone
start.
sit back
Come
down.
on.
I'd say being able to create your own custom engine would be good. Like having community creations so that you can go in there, upload your helmets, download, you know, helmets, gloves, car liveries, and things like that.
Yeah.
Chicken, bacon, and mayo hands. That does sound like a good one. Yeah, just small things that would make the game better. You know, more. It looks like we're gonna get a new damage mod. That would be something I'd like.
Yeah,
as well. You know, being able for your rear wing to break off. You know,
I want to say
steering
that.
rod failures. You know, normal engine failures as well. That would be something good. DriFt,
Yeah.
anything to say? DriFt,
Yes,
anything to say?
I am saying.
What would you like to move on to next?
How about we have like a little 2-minute break and then we'll come back and answer some questions from people in chat.
You can. I'll stay here and I'll just guard the chat and
Okay, I'll be back in a bit,
I'll do
chat.
some I'll do some promotional stuff. Break pog. Yeah. So the channels you can find us on, obviously my YouTube channel, which just passed 100 subs by the way, DriFt Lewis. Thank you to everyone who subbed and watched the videos. Some good success on there. I might record a video later that you know, just announces the kind of next things I'm doing with this. Obviously I'm going to be on Landon's podcast later on. Starting my 2K20 universe mode after this, and then obviously you can find DriFt on the DriFt Twitch. You can find, if you find me, I'll give you 2 penalties. Oh, Jotaria has been timed out. Let me untime him. I can't untime him out. Okay. Oh, wait. Nightbot timed out for 5 seconds. Okay, right. He's continued. DriFt is back. Then he walks back out. Then back in. Then back out. Then crouches. But anyone in the chat, do you have any questions for us? We are halfway through.
Why are you humping me? He was humping me. Little racist.
Alright, everyone back into your seats, lads.
Sorry.
Damn. How about your favourite TV show? That's a tough one. Favourite TV
No.
shows, lads?
I don't watch TV that much. Yes.
Spider-Man. Yeah, I'd probably say Friday. I don't watch that much TV. I'm more watching, you know, like YouTube and things.
SpongeBob.
Or I'd either go Friday night dinner or yeah. Probably.
I'd either go Friday night dinner or Drive to Survive.
Fair enough. Favorite film? Okay, I said Friday night dinner. Favorite film?
Go away.
This one's
Thanks for
easy
the
for me, so I'll let you two.
I'll go away. Thank you.
I'll let you two explain this.
What? Wait, what was it? Film.
Favorite film? Yep.
I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but it's called The Hangover. There's 3 parts of it.
Well, explain it. Explain how it works. Explain how it works. We need to kill some time. Explain how it works.
There's this bloke on this like bachelor party, yeah? Because
Yep.
he's getting married the next day. Some bloke drugs them all, and then they can't find the bloke that's getting married, so they have to go pretty much across the country. Then he's on the
Sit back down, lad.
Then at the fuck off. And then at the end, we find out that he's just on the roof at the hotel they were staying.
Oh, that's nice.
So they travelled most across the country for fuck all.
That's nice. Jack's audio is really quiet. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to include me on the sheet.
Idiots.
Yes.
Right, Z-Tech TS. Favorite film? Please explain as well.
I mean, I like a lot of films, but I don't really
have a favourite, but if I had to say one, I don't know. Minions.
Minions, fair enough. What happens in Minions then?
So there's these green little bastards which look like medical pills.
I'm
Jesus.
sure they're yellow.
Yes, they are. So they're yellow little things. They,
No, you
so
said
they
green.
look like they're yellow Tic Tacs, and they go on an adventure.
Yellow Tic Tacs.
There you go.
They've got undies
Yellow
on.
Tic Tacs.
They
Jack,
go like-
why are you so shushed? I'm running out of strength to
Alfie,
carry
why
this
can't
podcast.
you
What do you
talk?
mean? You're not
That's
carrying
the
this
thing.
podcast. I'd say my favourite film, Easy Rush. Greatest racing film in the history of modern science. Greatest film in the history of modern science.
Anyway, Mike, have you got a
Obviously-
question for us?
Obviously, Rush, you know, shows the whole Nicky Lauda, James Hunt rivalry. And Tom, please remain seated. I gave like half the questions.
That
It's
was the
not more.
more cookies.
We are talking about our own topics, mate, and this is a chat integrated thing, so yeah, I'll call I am mod. Indeed, you are.
We'll probably take
so-
about 10 more questions, then we shall end the podcast.
Yeah. Minions are just pills filled with drugs.
Drugs.
How? Sorry. How does that? How does that work?
Let's do that.
Actually, everyone, so now we've got the favourite part of the podcast, the Drift Lewis and ZTS section.
What? We weren't briefed on this.
No. Bye.
We weren't briefed on this.
I
Where the
just
hell are you
think-
going?
I just agreed on it.
Get back, nah, lads. Come on, calm down.
Oh, God,
Best
God,
Roblox
God.
game, mainly for Jack. Roblox is a while ago.
Ow, I'm being raped!
Jack.
Get in the seat.
Jack.
Fuck off.
Best Roblox.
Get in the seat.
Best Roblox game.
I don't really
I'd say
play Roblox.
jailbreak.
Oh, I
I
have a
actually
poll.
just stop trying to touch my bum.
Lads, can everyone please sit down?
Get off the stage.
Sorry, boys. My
Have some
favourite
more
Roblox
cookies.
game.
Cookies.
Tom, sit down.
Oh,
Otherwise, you won't be on the podcast again.
Right, favourite Roblox game, Jack.
You're gonna think this sounds weird, but it's called Alicia Bus Simulator. It's very pog.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
drive buses
Z-Tech,
into
best
schools.
Roblox game.
McDonald's Tycoon.
Fair enough. Best Roblox game is Your Bizarre Adventure, according to Matt.
Oh,
I
that's
would
fucking
still say
anime
Jailbreak.
shit. Piss off.
Or maybe Roblox Death Run. I've always found
Fair enough.
those the most entertaining.
Yeah.
I feel like it's sort of always the same. I don't think there really is any difference in
Yep.
most of the game.
Nice
There
outfit.
needs to be some new things.
No, you guys should do your own bit on the podcast where you just talk about gaming and stuff, and I just go sit with them.
Bro, what happened to family friendly Jack?
Oh, fuck off. This is not a family-friendly podcast.
It's PG-13.
PG wank stain. Ah!
No. Okay, Jack's gone. Right, those words were not family friendly. Indeed, they weren't. Driftlangers will be reprimanded for his actions. Z-Tech, anything you want to state?
Carrot. Tch.
Fair enough. Family friendly PG,
Okay.
clean my Christian hours. Please remain seated.
Wait.
Okay, you guys
Lovely
do your,
integration there, lads.
We
We were never briefed on this. You're staying in
No,
this.
no.
No,
I
Just
will
go.
come to spank you with my carrot.
Tom, shut up.
Spanking carrot.
Nah, actually, you guys do your...
Favourite anime? I don't watch anime.
You
I
guys
just
anime
wanna
do it for like
see
5
videos.
minutes, and then I'll come back up.
Okay. Alright, favourite anime?
Suck your
persona?
nan.
I'm not one of those stupid losers that watches anime.
Yeah,
so-
imagine watching anime.
Yeah, no one watches anime here.
Podcast has
If you do,
become a
you just-
disaster.
It's just what happens, to be honest. Weird things happen on this show. Yeah, I'm not one of those stupid idiots. We will murder the Drift Clan. Apart from Jack. Look, I'm not one of those idiots that spends their time watching anime, okay? I'm not one of those stupid idiots that all they do is watch cartoons all day. Anime is literally pointless, it is dumb, it is stupid. And we should never have it in our world. It has no place on the planet. Anything to say on anime, Tom? Tom?
You're muted.
Oh. Suck your nan.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, what do you watch, Lewis? Obviously Friday night dinner, I watch a bit of the In-Betweeners. I watch football. I watch a lot of things that's better than
Your
because
thing.
anime is cartoon.
Your 5-minute gaming thing.
Yeah. It's weird how Twitch censors the F word and not bugger. Fair enough. It's fucking useless. I think everyone who watches it should be killed. Everyone who watches what? What is useless? Please explain. Lads, settle down. My opinion on Friday night dinner. Okay, well, everyone who watches it should be killed. Okay, that's it's a bold way of looking at Friday night dinner. If everyone could please settle down, that would be very much appreciated. Alright, Tom, any games recently you've been playing that you think are good?
GTA.
GTA,
I like running over grannies.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for...
I like go to the gun shop and kill babies.
Oh my God, no.
Okay,
Like your opinion on anime, I'm expressing mine. Yeah, this is why, lads, if any money is made from this podcast, none of these two are getting it. It's my stream, so I just... it's my stream, so I decide. It's technically our podcast, so get lawyered on. Cut the podcast short, let's play Among Us. Absolutely not. Among Us is...
dead.
Becoming a bit dead now, yeah. It's still a fun game, it just needs some new things in it. Yeah, I tried to play on that new map and Among Us said no. Can you please stop that?
Yes.
This is going very well, lads. Any questions for anyone in the chat? No, let's not click. Let's not kick him. Let's stay. Moida.
His ass kicking down.
Everyone's get into the positions.
Okay.
Sabotaged.
I taught him a lesson.
Alright, lads, please just sit back down
Good
in your normal
spanking.
seats. Alright, Tom, sit down. Jack, get back. Podcast going to...
Why'd you have MLG glasses on?
It's certainly something.
Instead of L to the A.
Alright, Tom, so you recently bought FIFA, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Yeah, it's a decent game. I mean... yeah.
For me, FIFA is just one of them games that it just is always the same. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really... There needs to be some kind of new mode added. For me, they should have brought back the journey. Or something like the journey. Because for me, Volta is just...
Yeah.
awful. I think it's... I've never played it. I've never wanted to play it.
Wait,
I don't care about it.
what game is
Next
this?
podcast, I would like to be on as special guest... FIFA.
Oh, yeah.
As special guest. We'll think about that. We might make some changes to the podcast. We might not. Just Slangers, would you like to return onto the stage, please?
Sure.
Alright, it's back on. Yolas, can I be on the podcast next time? We'll talk about it. We'll discuss after what we thought of the podcast. There is going to be some words not on stream.
Good evening, everyone.
So, what should we move on to next then, Jeff Langers?
Wow. Done.
Should we talk about that court case?
What court case?
The trial?
I'm like, I don't know what you.
I'm gonna disappear like Lewis's dad. Right.
Oh.
I'm just gonna quickly
Wait, who said that?
do something after that.
Wait, I don't know what you're on about.
No, someone said in
gonna
his
quickly-
chat, I disappeared like
no, I've
Lewis's
taken his.
dad.
I've taken his mod away. I've taken his mod away.
Who did?
Matt did. I don't know if it's a joke or not, but I've taken his mod away. So have some of that. Yeah. So obviously the George Floyd thing. What did you think of it, Jack?
Hang on. Oh, I farted. Alright, so. Alfie, take a fucking seat.
We do it.
Alf. Sit. Tom. Sit.
Put your bottom on the chair.
Tom.
Yes.
Tom.
Thank you.
I was making him sit down, otherwise
Tom,
he'd be
shut up.
deaded.
Ooh, get Clap's
Oh,
mod taken away.
okay.
Exactly. I'm not having
So
this.
basically, my opinion on it is he deserves to get jail time and prick.
Yeah. It was blatant racism. I don't think that.
I mean, it's quite
Anyone
expected
will
he
ask
was
you.
going to go in jail. I don't know why it was just so late.
Yeah. Hopes yes, all Claps get mods taken away. You might want to have some words with Alfie there, mate. Because, not Alfie, Matt, because obviously me and you have a running joke. But moving on. Anything else we want to talk about, or should we wrap it up here?
Yeah, let's wrap up here. I'll do the accent. Anyway,
Hopes yes, why did you leave?
let me do it.
Alright, that's it.
Alright.
Wrap up, Jack.
Okay, everyone, thank you for attending this podcast today. Of course, it has been a bit of a wild ride, as this is our first ever time doing it. We thank you all for coming along to the stream, and yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.